I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. Don't let go. I'll make things right. 'Cause I'll do anything to make one a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day ones turned into outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me, just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're well. Julie, I'm so glad to see you. Hey, Jiraiya. Back on my BS, you better still be in here, girl. Um, Tina is still on Rebels right now, playing music and stuff. So I can't deal with my raccoon eyes. I'm trying, y'all. My glasses. I don't wear my contacts too often if you can't tell, but my glasses are broke. So there you are. Hold on one second. Why? Oh, there you are. All right. Where is my Kaz? Oh my gosh, where is everybody? Y'all act like it's early or something. So Tina's gonna stop by later after they finish playing music or whatever they're gonna do. Y'all, let me tell you something real quick. So I moved. This is my room. It's not like done yet, but I'm here. Okay. I'm here. Now I have my desk back. Hey Joe. I have my desk back. So I'm actually at a desk. Okay. I want to show y'all. Y'all see that duffel bag right there? Let me tell y'all. Our dispensary, the one here on this side where I moved, uh recycles like the stuff that you like the packaging and stuff that you get from the dispensary. They recycle it and you get points for recycle bringing it back or whatever. I don't know. So that duffel bag is full. Like we've been saving and saving and saving and saving, and it is so full. And I'm like, dude, we could probably get weed for like free weed for like forever. Cause like I don't know about the points thing, but yeah. So I just wanted to show y'all that. You probably didn't know what was, in there. So so Tina's gonna come come later, y'all. But oh my God, I saw this article. Let me show y'all, and it reminded me of. I want to know what y'all think about this. Um, um, the first thing that came to my mind was Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell, and I don't know why this is like this, but um, this says missing since 2006. 16 male, white, green, blue eyes, green, blue, ooh, pretty, light brown hair, 6'2", and 180 pounds. So listen, Doomsday family from Arizona, last seen in Idaho, with teen they believe is chosen of God. His father is desperate for answers, and this must be him. Okay, dude, just that title alone is like, what? Lori came from Arizona and went to Idaho, right? All of this stuff, like, what the heck? Like, I wonder if he knows them. An Arizona family is desperate for their loved ones to return home after they abruptly bought thousands of dollars of survival gear, boarded a plane for Idaho, and cut off all communication because they believe second coming of Jesus Christ is imminent. At the center of the situation is 16-year-old Blaze Thibodeau, who has been reported missing to law enforcement and may be in danger, according to his father, Ben Thibodeau. They see him as a Davidic servant, chosen individual who plays a significant role in the Savior's return. They feel they need to take him to an undisclosed location where he will receive his calling and understand his role in the second coming. And so, Nate Eaton with East Idaho News is the one who interviewed the family. If you don't know who he is, he's amazing. He followed Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell from Jump. He went to Hawaii. Asked Lori, where's your kids? He was in the helicopter flying over the house when they found the kids. Like, he's excellent. He's at every hearing. He's at everything. So it's East Idaho News is the name of the channel, and Nate Eaton is the reporter. He's amazing. So the dad tells Nate Eaton this. I fear for his safety, especially if my son is contentious, rebellious, or belligerent. I fear that my brother in law would restrain him or do something that would incapacitate him. Blaze is with his mother, Spring Thibodeau, his 23-year-old sister, Abby Snar, and his uncle, Brooke Hale, who is Spring's brother. Nobody in the family knows where they are, and none of them have been heard from since Monday. Although the boy is legally required to be returned to his father. So I guess the mom doesn't have custody? I mean, yeah, I guess the mom doesn't have any parental rights because legally required to be returned to his father. So she must. Ooh, lady, you friends with Lori Vallow? Let me find out. You use her portal? You go visit her in jail? Hmm. I don't know. Y'all know that YouTuber Eugenia Cooney, is that how you say it? Eugene. The one that's starving herself to death and literally looks like my finger. She's smaller than my finger. She's still at Rebels right now. She's coming in whenever they're done. That's why I had to reschedule the time, but they're still over there playing music. About who? Lori? Oh, Eugenia, whatever her name is. What the hell is wrong with her? Evidently, people are calling the police about this girl. I don't know what the hell she thinks she's doing. Is she doing this for fame? Is she doing this because she's sick with an illness. YouTuber's appearance caused serious concern. Cops are flooded with calls. I don't think they need to be flooded with calls, dude. Like, for real, they really have serious issues to deal with over there. That's crazy. A police sergeant has said that people from all over the world have contacted him with safety concerns regarding influencer Eugenia Cooney's health. I hope I'm saying that right. Influencer Eugenia Cooney's thin appearance has resulted in local police being flooded with calls and emails from people worried about her health. Hey Nelson, it's been a big minute since I've seen you. How are you? Destiny, she should be here soon. I know she's anorexic, but no, I see like t- uh titles when I see them on my notifications or whatever, but I haven't really followed her. I never watched Teen Mom. Who is Jace? Dude, I don't know how that chick's still going. I really don't. Recent TikToks of Cooney dancing have garnered mass attention on the platform, with viewers commenting more on her physique than her dance moves. To me, it's not flattering at all. Like, I don't know. Greenwich Police Sergeant Brent Reeves told TMZ that people from all over the world have contacted him with safety concerns, even receiving calls from as far away as New Zealand and Egypt. Whoa. I hope y'all emailed him and didn't call. Reeves denies online rumors that Cooney is being forced by her mother to keep her appearance and make content, saying they are false. Okay, people, here we go. It is rumors. Her mother does not make her that thin and not eat to make content. Stop the rumors, people. Stop the rumors. The officer says he has had a good relationship with Cooney for over a decade. She includes an unspecified object in each of her videos, so he knows that she is all right. Oh, he watches them. If he does not see the object, he knows to get her help. Wow. Did y'all know that? As long as Reeves has known her, he said that the 29-year-old has always been thin. He states that they cannot force her to eat more if she is comfortable with the weight that she is in, but that she does, in fact, eat. Cooney has opened up in the past about feeling betrayed and ambushed when her friends put her on a 5150 hold when she lived in Cali. Other agencies have also been contacted with concerns for her to get help, but she has never met the criteria needed to force any attention. If you or someone you know If you or someone you know is struggling with an eating disorder, help is available. Contact the National Eating Disorders Association at 1-800-931-2237 or go to nationaleatingdisorders.org. Um, who is Jace? I don't know who Jace is. Wait, hold on. Oh, I guess y'all are talking about oh, okay. Yeah, that's why I'm clueless. Hey, Steph. You know what? I really can't say nothing about that girl. I really can't. Because now that I lost weight, I still feel 200 pounds. I don't feel 135. And it's, I'm going to lose more weight. And everybody says, no, I shouldn't. Let me tell you what. Nobody really has seen me. on camera with since I lost weight, but this is now me. Okay. I hate it. I hate it. I have a big old belly now. I'm still fat. I don't like it at all. At all. So now on to the next. So I don't know. And I was bulimic until the doctor said, if you make yourself throw up one more time, you will have esophageal cancer. And yeah, I don't know if he lied to me or not, but it worked. So, and now that I have that new medicine and lose weight, I take Zofran when I get nauseated. So I don't. All right, y'all. I saw this and I was like, holy hell sakes alive. Read that title. This man, instead of pigs flying, cows are falling all over the road. No. Who murdered her? A student, I'm assuming. Wow. Thank you. I know. I know my mom's boyfriend has cancer and it's like all the way in the back of his tongue. Like way back there. It's scary. Okay, let's see this thing about these cows. Okay? Watch. Y'all ready?
Well, a North Carolina man tells his story after a hefty portion of beef hit the highways. James Scott now with more, and trust me, there's a joke in here somewhere.
Ground beef. That's all I can say. It was ground beef.
Concord resident Sergio Coelho isn't talking about a simple taco recipe. He's talking about a now viral scene he caught on camera while going to work on Highway 49 near Harrisburg this Friday morning.
I see a trailer in front of me. Mind you, it's not a big trailer, pretty damn small trailer. And I just see the door start to fall off. So I'm like, cool, he gonna have maybe, some tools falling out.
But what he caught instead was an utter surprise.
7, 8 cows just start falling out.
One after the other, like a case of deja vu.
I just see the second, the third, the fourth.
He thought about getting out to help, but decided to steer clear.
If I had me a rope, some boots, you know what I mean, and my dogs, I'd have yeehawed them home. I tell you that much. But somebody getting fired.
The amusing experience is certainly one Coelho won't forget, and he's milked it for all it's worth.
Cow falling out, that's some Final Destination stuff, man. You don't think about nothing like that.
That's what we in the business call a character.
That was funny. Oh my God, did y'all see it? Yeah, okay, I saw it. I fell to my ex-fling. I've got a news clip. Send it to me. Oh, I'll go look. I know, right? I saw that and was like, holy crap, I need to share that with y'all. Tina, where are you? Okay. That man said ground beef because it was on the ground. Steer clear, a steer. Oh my God, I couldn't with them. That was so hilarious. Okay. Man who had access to Whitehall daycare arrested for allegedly raping at least 2 children underage. A 39-year-old man with access to a Whitehall daycare has been arrested for allegedly raping at least 2 children under 13. Police are investigating potential additional victims as the accused ex-wife ran a daycare from their home. More charges are expected to be filed soon. Let's check this dude out.
Oh, it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening.
And that's Whitehall's police assistant chief, Dan Kelso, responding after the department arrested and accuses a man, 39-year-old Saul Mora, of raping at least 2 children under the age of 13. Meanwhile, Whitehall police investigating to see if there are any more kids involved in that case.
Well, thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Yolanda Harris.
And I'm Colin Dorsey. Andrew has the night off. 10 TV's Lacey Crisp was the only one inside the courtroom today, and she joins us with the latest on a story you'll only see right here on 10 TV.
Whitehall police are concerned because Maura had access to kids at a daycare. There could be more victims.
According to court documents, this man, 39-year-old Saul Maura, is accused of raping a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old in 2018. Whitehall Police Assistant Chief Dan Kelso says Maura is not a legal immigrant and has been deported before.
He is accused of molesting a couple girls at this point in time. We have a couple more victims after that we are still interviewing. So we believe there is a minimum 4 victims in this case, and we expect there could be more.
Kelso says at the time of the allegations, Maura's then wife ran a daycare in the couple's home. The 4 children who have come forward were not a part of the daycare, but known to Maura. The couple have since divorced and moved.
But we do have concerns that since he was around that daycare, he was present during the time the children were being taken care of, that there could be more victims that we are unaware of.
Kelso says the families who used the daycare would know Maura, and if any of those parents have concerns about their children, they need to come forward.
We just want to get the word out at this point in time that if you know this man and your children had contact with this man, do not ignore it and do some investigating. Get a hold of us so we can help you.
Whitehall police expect more charges will be filed soon. In Whitehall, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
This sad. Why do these people got to do that? There you are, Kaz. I was looking for you. Hey, VM Turtle. Hey, y'all. I'm still waiting for Tina. She's partying still over at Rebels, playing music and dancing. She said that it's lasting normal than usual. I mean, normal than usual. Longer than usual. And she'll be over when it's done. So, and I had already changed the time from 5 to 5:30. So she'll be here, guys. I hope. It is. This is 1,000 charges. What? Joe. A child abuse case with over 1,000 charges? I can't copy the link though, because it's connected to the word charges. Well, I hope she comes over because she told me, let me see. It was a voice message. Let me see where she's at. Okay. Maybe he was the one killed. Woman allegedly lured 17-year-old to apartment complex to be murdered. Feigned ignorance when his uncle called her. Is that Fiend? Hey. Yeah, they're waiting for you. They're like, where's Tina? No. Huh? No. Okay, you have the link in Messenger, right? To StreamYard. No. You have that for you to come on panel, right? I sent it to you. Okay. 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 Thank you. Bye. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Oop, I couldn't hear it with both ears on. Okay. Hey, don't mess with me at all. How are you? BM Turtle Madness. I took them from everybody except Kaz, Joe, and Never Silent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. This is in Nashville. And these names are hard to pronounce. Arleth Banila lured Israel T out to her apartment complex for someone else to murder him. A Tennessee woman allegedly lured a 17-year-old out to her apartment complex when someone else fatally shot him. Let me guess, they met on a dating site. Banila, 18, is charged with facilitating criminal homicide in the death of Israel T, 17, who was killed on August 8th in the breezeway of Building E at Falcon View Apartments on East Palestine Avenue. He died at Skyline Hospital. No one was arrested besides Banila, though cops said they were taking a look at her alleged boyfriend. The dude that died's family thought he was missing. When they got in touch with cops, they said the dude had received a message from an unknown woman, possibly his girlfriend, Arleth. In a news release, cops only identified Banila as an acquaintance of him. His father said that she lived at the apartment complex where we know that. Over the phone, the family's representative stated that the father had already been receiving messages that his son was dead. The victim's father received information from a friend of the victim who told him that the victim was going to see a girl at the apartment and that another unknown boy shot and killed the victim. According to cops, the family had his phone records pulled and it showed he received 3 calls from 7:34 p.m. to 7:47 p.m., all from the same number just before the shooting. In an interview with the family, the uncle of the victim stated that prior to making the missing persons report, he called the number and a female answered. He asked where the victim was, and she responded, maybe he was the one killed. This was the first connection the family had to the homicide. Let me see. Oh my gosh, maybe he was the one killed. Oh, hey. I was like, I know the name, but I know from Tina's channel. This is crazy. Police asked the family if they knew. Oh, and if you are new here, I usually don't read articles like this. But when I do, what in the world is about crazy shit that happens in the world that we don't hear about. It's not high profile. It's just stuff that's happening in the world. And that's what I'm doing today, right now. So that's why I'm reading articles if anybody's wondering. So, dude, somebody just tells the dad or whatever, maybe he was the one killed. Oh my God. The father stated that the victim had previously shown the female's picture and said her name was Arleth. Authorities later confirmed the number that called him shortly before his death belonged to Banila. The girl. Police received Crime Stoppers' tip on August 10th that told them he went to the apartment to see a woman who had the Instagram handle Arleth Banita 18. Police found images on that account, including a set of Roman numerals matching the Facebook account of her. Shown on one of the pictures is the dad and the uncle identified Arleth. A second uncle, who also identified the picture as Arla, said he had previously heard his nephew speaking to a woman over the phone and that she had asked the teen to pick her up, and he asked for her location. He left the house and did not return home. He asked the uncle if he believed the victim was speaking to Arleth at the time. He stated that based on prior history, he did believe it was Arleth that the victim was speaking to. They formally identified Bonilla through Hunters Lane High School. A staffer told cops she had not attended classes since August 8th, which was the day of the homicide. It turned out that she was dating a juvenile, identified in documents as ES. This boy was a person of interest in the July 19th murder of Luis Vasquez. The little boy, the dude that she killed is 17. What she's doing with this juvenile? How old is he? Vasquez was shot in the head. His body was left near a picnic table outside an apartment building on Berkeley Drive. These dangerous people, what? Others at Bonilla School confirmed she and ES were dating. Officers claim to also verify this through cell phone evidence. Statements in the Instagram messages suggest that ES was involved, possibly responsible for the planning of the murder. In the Instagram messages, ES tells another party that his girl is going to write to him and park somewhere. The conversation continues after the incident, where the other person states his concern that there isn't any news articles yet about the murder. ES states, "Chill, fam. My girlfriend's still watching." From cops regarding Vasquez's death. I wonder if they killed him too. This is her arrest affidavit. I'm not reading it. Damn. How are you going to tell somebody's daddy maybe he was the one killed? All right, I got you. Hey. Thank you, Demetrius. You coming up? Let me put it in here. Whoops. I pressed the wrong whole button, y'all. Copy. All right. I even came on camera for you, Tina, because I knew you were going to be on camera. Yes, Kaz is my Rue Bear. Let me put this stuff back up here, y'all. Like, as if. Y'all, oh my God. I cannot. Is this the one? Yes. Did y'all hear about this story, you guys? Oh my gosh. Exonerated man who spent 16 years in prison on wrongful conviction shot dead by Georgia deputy during a traffic stop. Wow. Wow. And I have a video. You know, I might just play the video. Let me see. Mm. 90 Day? Tell me where. Now I want to know. You should have said that because now I want to know. A black man who served more than 16 years in prison on a wrongful armed robbery conviction was shot dead by a sheriff's deputy during a traffic stop in Georgia as he was driving to visit his mother. Leonard Cure, 53, had been out of prison for 3.5 years following his exoneration when he pulled over for speeding on Interstate 95 in Camden County early Monday, according to a news release from the GBI. Cure was allegedly doing at least 90 and a 70, citing a sheriff's department spokesperson. Cure got out of his car at the deputy's request and initially cooperated, but became violent after he was told he was being arrested. The deputy used a taser and a baton on Cure in a bid to subdue him after the man began assaulting him. What? Dude, are you serious right now? You just got out of jail after doing 16 years being innocent with your innocent shirt. And oh my gosh, dude. After Cure refused to comply with his commands and continued resisting, the deputy drew his gun and opened fire. Paramedics were called to the scene and tried to save Cure's life, but he later died. The deputy who shot and killed Cure has not been identified, and it was not immediately known whether race played any role in the incident. Hello.
Do you have two things open? Because I'm over on another. I went over to another one.
No.
It's
I only have one.
Oh
yes, I have one after this.
Oh God. Okay. I went into that one and said hi and left you my message. No wonder you didn't get it. I have no idea what this story is. What's it called?
It's just a bunch of stories that I'm reading.
Okay. From two
different things.
Happened in Arizona?
No. All over. That's why it's called What in the World. It's just stuff that's not high profile that people don't talk about.
Yeah. Well, that's nice that you do. It says Tucson on the left, so I thought it was.
That's just because that's my location.
Okay.
Everybody knows where I live, so.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I'm sorry I'm late. I didn't know Rebel Show was gonna go that long, and I'm just saying why, and never did get the theme, so I don't know.
Did they play a song for you?
Oh yeah, they played my Talking Heads Psycho Killer way back. It was the second song. Yeah, well, I typed in Halloween songs and it was the first one that came up, and I was like, yeah, I'll pick that one because it's from the 80s, you know. So yeah.
Joe says hello, and I want to know, Tina, tell Demetrius where he knows me from. He knows me from somewhere, as he says. He won't tell me where because he's scared he might get timed out. Mods do not time him out. I want to know where.
Oh, he shouldn't get timed out. Well, it's from Jimmy's, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
I remember you from before, but I don't want to say where. I don't know. You won't get timed out. If anything, they'll just delete it.
Yeah, no. I met you on Dolly Vision. A stoned gator.
Oh my God, Demetrius. Are you serious?
What'd he say? I can't see chat.
Some Amber, bruh.
Amber?
How? How are you in all that mess? That's major drama. Major real life drama. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't remember you from over there, but you called it out, so I know you know about it.
Demetrius did?
Yeah, I don't remember a Demetrius though. I gotta believe him. I mean, how else did he know about Amber? Bombshell's totally different. I don't have an issue with her. But when I was on Bombshell's panel about Amber, is that what you're talking about? Okay.
He's had a few different little names, but you know.
I know. I want to know who he is though. So they said that they wasn't sure about body cam, but look, they got a video.
Oh no. Is a cop gonna be beating up someone or something?
I was under a different name. He shot him and killed him. Somebody that did 16 years in prison as innocent was exonerated. Then a cop killed him during a traffic stop. Oh shit.
This cop kills this person?
Yeah. Let me unmute it. Ready? Let's see. It's
Why
only a
on
minute and
earth?
24 seconds, so I don't know exactly what it shows. I don't know. It said that he was attacking the cop and he got tased and stuff, and he wouldn't stop and wouldn't listen to the cop's commands, so he shot him. Let's see what happens.
That's ridiculous.
Police in
Did he
Georgia
kill
released
him?
video footage showing the series of events leading up to the fatal shooting of Leonard Cure during a traffic stop in
Fatal?
Georgia 3 years after Cure had been exonerated after spending 16 years in prison following a wrongful conviction. Camden County Sheriff's Office released dashcam and body cam footage in an effort to be completely transparent as to what happened and how the incident escalated to the point of extreme use of force. Cure is shown being pulled over on Interstate 95 in South Georgia on Monday morning, with Deputy Buck Aldridge saying, "You passed me going 100 miles per hour. I'm not going to jail," Cure says, with Aldridge replying that he will be going to jail because traffic violations in Georgia are criminal offenses. As the two begin arguing, Aldridge tells Cure to put his hands behind his back before tasing him. The taser failed to restrain Cure, who then walks toward the deputy and engages him in a physical struggle. It's not immediately clear when Aldridge's gun fires, as the audio of the gunshot can't be heard in the dashcam footage. But once Cure is shot, he falls to the ground, and the deputy can be heard saying, "Shots fired," into his radio.
Holy shit!
He did really grab him, didn't he?
Oh, you just got shot.
What? He shot him and then he tased him?
And then he shot him and then put handcuffs on him.
He shot him and tased him also, didn't he? In that order? That's
Like,
kind of
really?
ridiculous. Like, really had to do that much force? Good grief.
He tased. I know, but we are something right about then.
I mean, we have a lot of really
Thank
good
you,
cops
Demetrius.
that come here, to this apartment complex. And, because, we get a lot of calls, domestic violence and some fights and things, because there's a lot of people here. So I'm not against cops, but I do think a lot of them are too dang trigger happy. I just do.
That the problem is so many think they're above the law that those make the good cops look bad.
Yeah. I'm not
In my
against
opinion.
cops.
So now
Nothing like that.
people are scared of them because of the bad cops, and not all cops are bad. And it's sad that kids are afraid of of police.
Yeah.
Y'all, so do y'all think that dude deserved to die though? Like, he really was like, really, they said, "I'm not going back to jail." And then he really beat up. Y'all saw he had his hand like on his face?
Oh, was that his face? See, I thought it was his neck or whatever it was. It's bad.
Oh, I thought it was like this. And he was
No,
just
it
like
very well
pushing it
could have been,
down.
because if I wear my contacts, I can't see, and then without them back here, I can't see, and
I don't.
that's terrible. But couldn't he have, instead of grabbing his gun, just had his taser the whole time? I mean,
I don't know if you can deploy, like, once you deploy a taser, I think that's it. I'm not sure if it like comes back to you and you tase him again. I don't know how that works. But he tased him once and it didn't subdue him. And the dude kept fighting. So I guess the only other choice he had was the gun. Maybe take out your, what's it called, billy club, and beat him on the head with it. I don't know. Do they even carry those things?
Well, but I thought I saw a gun coming out and then the taser. Did he tase him first?
Yeah, the video said he tased him first.
Wow.
He tased him first and it didn't stop him. So then he felt he had no other option but to shoot him. But yeah, his life was in danger. Like, I can't believe this dude. You just spent 16 years in prison as a guilty man and lose your life over this? A speeding stop?
Well, that's how bad he did not want to go back to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, you can't blame him if he spent 16 years, right? Wrongly wrongly convicted. I mean, but I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying that, but you know, he was scared and under duress.
But they're
and
taught in training.
God, that's just awful. Yeah.
All right. They want me to play
Oh,
it
I
again. So here we go. I'm going to make it bigger.
Police in Georgia released video footage showing the series of events leading up to the shooting of Leonard Cure during a traffic stop in Georgia 3 years after Cure had been exonerated after spending 16 years in prison following a wrongful conviction. Camden County Sheriff's Office released dashcam and body cam footage in an effort to be completely transparent as to what happened and how the incident escalated to the point of extreme use of force. Cure is shown being pulled over on Interstate 95 in
see
South
that's
Georgia
the
on Monday morning
taser
with Deputy
pointed
Buck
at him
Aldridge.
right there.
Right. He tased him and he didn't stop. So then he shot him at the end. When the guy falls down at the end, that's when he gets shot.
Right, but he didn't
So
tase
he
him soon enough either, because he's holding the taser, waiting, right?
Well, yeah, because the guy didn't start attacking him yet. He's doing what the cop's
Right.
saying. He didn't start attacking the cop yet. So that's
Right.
why he's just waiting, I guess. I don't know, waiting for him to attack.
Right.
Going to jail, Cure says, with Aldridge replying that he will be going to jail because traffic violations in Georgia are criminal offenses. As the two begin arguing, Aldridge tells Cure to put his hands behind his back before tasing him. The taser failed to restrain Cure, who then...
There he just tased him. But the dude didn't stop. He kept on fighting.
Are you sure he tased
toward
him
the
though? That didn't draw. He did tase him. What if he thought he tased him, but he didn't? Like, did he for
I don't
sure?
know. Let me see. Because once you tase him, like the little whatever shocks them is still connected to the gun. Let's see if I can see it.
Maybe you can rewind it 10 seconds or 5 even. I'll listen more close to what the reporter's saying.
Okay. Yeah, this is where he tased them. Hold on. Okay. I don't know, y'all. That's some weird road test stuff. It looked like he was trying to do karate or something. All that. Oh, you saw that?
Tasing him. The taser failed to restrain Cure, who then walks toward the deputy and engages him in a physical struggle. It's not immediately clear when Aldridge's gun fires, as the audio of the gunshot can't be heard in the dashcam footage. But once Cure is shot, he falls to the ground, and the deputy can be heard saying, "Shots fired," into his radio.
Where does he get tased at? Look, this is where a cop shoots him.
He's got his baton thing out. He had his baton thing out.
I don't think he had any other choice, Tina. He was being held so tight and like he was pushing his head like literally into a back bend. I don't think he could have even gotten the baton to beat he couldn't have gotten the dude.
No, but I
to beat him with the baton. I think
I noticed something there. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
So he was standing over him when he was on his back and shot him then?
No, he shot him when
they were struggling?
Yes. Whenever
okay.
Oh, this is another video.
I thought maybe he shot him for a second there when he was on his back on the ground, and at that point he could have grabbed his taser too. But
let me see. Okay. All right, let's see.
Footage showing the series of events leading up to the fatal shooting of Leonard Cure during a traffic stop in Georgia 3 years after Cure had been exonerated.
Why are you not going big? What the hell is happening?
After spending 16 years in prison following a wrongful conviction, Camden County Sheriff's Office released dashcam and body cam footage in an effort to be completely transparent as to what happened and how the incident escalated to the point of extreme use of force. Cure is shown being pulled over on Interstate 95 in South Georgia on Monday morning, with Deputy Buck Aldridge saying, "You passed me going 100 miles per hour. I'm not going to jail," Cure says, with Aldridge replying that he will be going to jail because traffic violations in Georgia are criminal offenses. As the two begin arguing, Aldridge tells Cure to put his hands behind his back before taking.
I can't, y'all. That's how a girl fights. Bruh, that's how you fought in prison?
Well, I think he was setting it up maybe a little. He was doing this and doing this. I mean, maybe the guy was telling him to put one arm out, one over. I doubt it. So I think he was getting ready to figure out what he was going to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So funny.
Tasing him. The taser failed to restrain Cure, who then walks toward the deputy and engages him in a physical struggle. It's not immediately clear when Aldridge's gun
All right, Tina, watch. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
fires, as the audio of the gunshot can't be heard in the dash cam footage. But once Cure is shot, he falls to the ground, and the deputy can be heard saying, "Shots fired," into his radio.
All right here. Look, you see him? You see how he got him? He can't hit him with his baton.
Right.
So, look,
I'm
he's going
watching
even
where
further back.
I'm watching where he's trying to pull out his gun.
Like, he don't even look like a whole person no more, y'all.
That other guy's
that's
definitely
crazy.
overpowering him.
Yeah, that's why he got killed. So this is where the cop takes his gun out and shoots him. And when the black guy falls on the ground, that's when he's shot. It's about to happen.
Yep.
Right there.
Right there.
I don't know, y'all. I don't have mixed feelings about this. I think it's stupid that he freaking did this. And the cop was scared for his life. He got to do what he got to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
that's his job.
I feel bad though for the guy because it's not like he did 10 years or 20 years for doing something bad. Like he wasn't even supposed to be in prison for 16 years and he probably just really got freaked out.
How you gonna act up on a traffic stop? Your ass was doing 100.
Well, he was petrified to go back to jail, and he just probably really didn't want to spend one more darn day there. And actually, he might have thought, you know, I'm black, and a lot of people that are black, this is what I've heard, or African American, they get witnesses think they're people they're not. Do you know what I mean? Like they get wrongly. I read that happens. I mean, it happens to everybody, but a lot of African American men, it really happens to. And maybe he thought he'd be just in trouble again. I mean, I'm not trying to justify.
Joe's making a good, valid point. PTSD from being in jail, and he just snapped. Because probably the deputy reminded him of COs in prison, maybe. But still, I don't know. I don't know if that would be justified.
Well, and I wonder if he was intoxicated, if he's going like 100 miles an hour. Maybe he had been drinking do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when I go 100 miles an hour, I'm not drinking. I mean, I'm drinking.
You're going 100 miles an hour? Where are you doing?
Girl, yeah.
Where are you doing that? Where does it say
interstate? Who don't go 100 on the interstate?
Yeah, but that's how fast you can go now? I don't drive.
No, the speed limit's not 100. It's like 70, 75 on the interstate.
And you're going 100, Misery? Sweet Misery.
Yeah, when you're following traffic and everybody's doing 100.
Oh my gosh.
Tina, be glad you don't have your license because I'm on the road. Look at Jariah.
So glad I don't have my license. Not because of that, but I mean, I've said this before. I've had 2 permits, and then I just felt I didn't get enough lessons in to really know how to drive. But I think I probably could have passed, maybe. It
Well,
was
you know
parking.
what? You
It was
get
parking.
you get practice each time you drive. So that's the only way you get better is to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's what I did with my little cousins, Nevaeh's older sisters that my
Mm-hmm.
grandma has custody of.
Mm-hmm.
I brought them out like to a big like the mall parking lot or the cinema parking lot. I
Mm-hmm.
brought them out and let them drive around the parking lot and down the street in the subdivision and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Try to, but
Or
girl, you could drive.
well, driving's kind of easy, but it was backing up and I mean parking and I just felt like I
Oh,
wouldn't pass
parallel
the
parking and
test.
stuff.
I felt like I wasn't going to pass the test.
Oh my God, go
But I
play in
see the way
traffic.
some people drive. I'm not referring to you, just in general. I probably could have passed. Dude, please.
You've never even seen me drive, so you can't say that. I have road rage. Like I can't stand
Oh,
idiot
that's damn
drivers.
dangerous, sweet misery. You're going to get yourself killed.
But
Hold
all
on.
I do is just bitch. Like I don't do anything. Like I don't follow them or anything like that. I'm just be like flipping them off and hollering, to myself in the car. Of course, they can't hear me, but it's still road rage. Let's see. I've been driving since I was 15, almost 20 years. Almost, no, 30. Holy shit. Almost 30 years I've been driving, Tina.
You're only 45? Gosh,
Yes.
I'd give
And I
anything
feel
to be
like since
45.
I lost weight, I look older. I don't look young anymore. Ugh.
No, you look younger. I think people when they lose weight, I think anyway, they look younger because they look healthier.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But because I lost weight so fast, I think that's like a major downfall of my weight loss. Are you trying to look?
No, because like I look at your face and I'm not like saying, anything about your past pictures, but like when you were with your sister at the pool and everything, your face was fuller, your body was fuller, and now it's not.
Yeah, I was like 200 pounds in that picture.
Mm.
And now I'm 135. Want to see? I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
I already showed everybody else. But this is me now. Ah.
Wow. Nice. You
Yeah,
must feel
I have
lot
a
better.
waist now. Like it's crazy. I'm in a size. I was in a size 18, 20, and I'm in a size 10.
Wow. Nice. Yeah,
I
I
look at
mean, go ahead.
Demetrius is trying to what do you call it? Brown nose. He said you don't look 45, you look 32. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you don't look 45 at all. Good grief. No. Was that pool heated? Not that it matters.
No.
Sometimes they're heated and they don't feel heated. That's how ours is here. The apartment complex.
It's like 120 degrees in the summer, Tina. It's not gonna be.
You don't want heated, right?
No.
Yeah. See,
You want that cold water.
Well, I've been to Arizona one time. My mother was driving. I think we were heading to California. And we pulled into Arizona at like 5 and the pool had just stopped and it was like 120 that day. And I was 10 years old and it was just blistering hot. That's my Arizona experience.
Jariah lives in Arizona. He's in the chat and he said Arizona has a lot of empty space to go 100 miles an hour.
Yikes. What kind of car do you have, sweet misery?
None.
Okay, when you went 100 miles an hour, what kind of car did you have?
Girl, I don't even know what car didn't I have when I drove 100 miles an hour. I don't drive 100 miles an hour all the time, Tina.
Well, I mean,
I drive like 70, 75 on the interstate here in town.
Mm-hmm. You don't have a car right now?
I use my mom's.
Yeah.
See, the last time I left my abusive ex, like I already lost everything twice for him.
Uh-huh.
And now I have to pick up the pieces and start all over again. That's what I'm doing. So,
How long were you with him for? Like years?
8 years.
Mm-hmm. That's so weird. That's how long I was with I'm like, Darren. I was with Darren for 8 years until February. Yeah.
I got beat so much. I was beat bad one time. I was unconscious for 2 days.
Good grief.
Yeah.
Was he an alcoholic or drug user? Like out of his
Meth.
gourd now and then? No?
Yeah. It was meth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both yeah, Joe, me too. Alone, but it is what it is. We both he got me on it. We both did it. When we didn't do it, it was a fairy tale relationship. When we did it or when he did it and I was sober, I got beat. But I've been sober since February of last year and he's been gone since February of last year.
Oh, okay. He just let you
Yeah.
go? He doesn't stalk you. He doesn't call you. He doesn't harass you.
Yeah,
He just let you go.
he tried to reach me a while back, like what was a month ago, I think. He messaged me and I was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I'm happy. I'm sober. I'm losing weight. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not getting hit on." And I was like, the end. Block.
Okay. So you didn't wait for his answer even. You just
No, because you know what, Tina? It took me forever to get over him. I like, and it's just been recent. I
yeah.
cried all the time. And from PTSD, when I would pass places where we did stuff or we lived or, whatever that reminded me of him, I would have panic attacks.
Mm.
And I'm just now getting to the point where, because if he would have said, "Hey, I want to come back," I would have let him. That's how I was so in love with him. Don't know why. But now I'm to the point where doses. I don't care. I could pass anything in this town, not cry. I could hear any song on the radio and not cry. I could
Wow.
talk about him and not give a F. You know what I mean? And I'm
That
finally to that point, and I thank God I'm finally to that point because I know that he would have killed me if I would have stayed.
wow.
No doubt about it. And
Good for you.
one time he messaged me and he was like, I need your help. I'm on dope bad. And I said, you know what? It was always more important than me. It's always going to be more important than me. So just F off. You know what I mean? If 8 years you couldn't get sober for me, what makes you, how am I supposed to think you ever going to get sober for me?
Does he
So
know
yeah.
where you live and stuff? Like if he got all
No,
high, would he ever try to track you down?
well, he's in Amarillo, Texas, living there right now with some bitches he's shacking up with. I don't know. He doesn't know the apartment that I live in now. He doesn't know
Good.
I just moved here.
Oh,
Um,
good.
yeah, and anybody that tries to find me on background or anything, they can't pull me up on them little things on the website, so they can't find my address.
Good.
It's still
Yeah.
where Demetrius, when Amber served me papers, she put an address that I used in Flagstaff, Arizona in 2002 because she couldn't find my address.
I almost got served with papers.
Wait, what? What? Hold on.
What?
Hold on. They found the shooter.
What? They did?
They found the shooter dead. Hold on one second. Let me try to find it.
What I said. I said
Me
that.
too.
Did you too? Yeah. I said he's probably laying somewhere. Wonder where they found him. Yeah, pull it up. Oh, it's cool. I'm up on panel with you when they find him. While you're pulling him up, let me just get this out
right?
there
Let
because
me
I don't
see.
want people to think that I'm a weirdo, even though enough already do.
Okay.
I won't say by who, but it was someone that was, well, it was up. She was up on panel with me 8-10 months ago, and I made a mistake on something that I said about a story. She felt that I was implicating her in it when I clearly wasn't, and she wouldn't let it go. Every freaking 2 months, she'd be on my ass harassing me, but yet she gets a petition out on me. Like, it was really, really weird.
Who?
And that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want her to file it. If she files it, then it's filed. I mean, I'm not harassing her. I'm not doing anything. And I'm even bringing this up right now because it happened just like a few months ago. And I'm bringing it up because, you know, you brought up the Amber thing. So people will do really weird stuff to try to get their points across, you know? Anyway, yeah. So where did they find him? In Maine, I suppose, somewhere in Maine.
I don't know. I'm trying to find out, but all these damn videos
Who
about
said
it
that?
are freaking.
Demetrius said they found him?
No, but he was found. He was found dead.
Type in Fox News now. I mean, if you want to.
I got it right here. Hold on a second. It's just a minute. Oh crap! Hold on.
I'm gonna grab a warm
Share
soda.
this tab instead.
Oh, you're gonna make me listen
can
to
y'all
him?
see? Can you see it first?
You're gonna make me listen.
It's
to
only a minute and
Hannity?
20 seconds.
I'm a Democrat, dude. I gotta listen to Hannity.
You're the one
I'm
that
just
told me to put
kidding.
it on Fox.
This is Fox.
Put it on Fox.
Oh, it is. Oh, this is this Fox. I said Fox Live now. I don't care. I'm teasing, but I am a Democrat.
Watch him.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
know you like him.
This is now
What?
confirmed that the suspect
Yes or no?
I think your hot soda's calling you.
It is.
in the Maine mass shooting, Robert Card, has been found dead. We're going to have a lot more on this later in the show. But before we get back to it, let me give you a few of the details. They're a little sketchy at this time. All 18 victims have now been identified by authorities. The shelter.
Oh, good. Thank God.
My darn straw.
They had only charged him with 8 counts because they could only identify 8 of the 18.
Yeah.
They couldn't identify 10. So now
Right.
all 18 are identified. Thank God, but he's dead. So whatever.
Place order, as everyone knows, has been lifted. Among them was a married couple in their 70s, a father and his 14-year-old son, 4 adults associated with the Maine Educational Center for the Deaf. A gun, note, cell phone belonging to the suspect found earlier today by the police. Divers, sonar equipment searched the river near where the suspect's car was found abandoned Wednesday night, near where apparently he had a boat. And a press conference now will be held, I guess, sometime early tomorrow morning and going forward. Anyway, police, to their credit, working through the many, many hundreds of tips from people around them. But let me repeat, the suspect in this Maine shooting has now been confirmed as dead. We'll have more details to follow throughout the night. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
You didn't
Bye,
even get
Sean.
to listen to him. You didn't even get to listen to him. That was
Bye,
him or somebody
Sean.
else.
Good night, Sean.
I'm gonna let you look at him. Okay, so dude's been found. Like, this is very recent.
Where though?
Very
They didn't say where. I mean, it doesn't matter, I guess.
They
The
didn't
guy's
say.
dead.
They will at 10 o'clock in the morning at 7 o'clock our time, Tina.
Well, I'll tell you what. I bet you, like, what is it called? Maine something news probably has more of an update. If you type in Maine,
I don't think they really have an update other than he was found. They're going to do that tomorrow morning on the press conference.
But they might give you an idea. Like, was it behind a building? Was it in the darn river? Because Jamie
I
Priest lives
think
in Maine.
that himself
What?
Live? No, I don't want to subscribe. Oh, some explosions on the war. Um, I
I
think he was
almost
on the
watched
dock
some
of
live
wherever.
Hamas killings, and I just couldn't do it. They had live Hamas killings. I'm not kidding. What YouTube just allows any darn thing. It's disgusting. And it
A
showed
mile
him
from
going.
his car.
Where does it say that? Someone's saying that in chat?
Yeah, she said she heard it, but she doesn't know if it's true or not. I was thinking like, his car was at the boat dock or whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe he was like on the dock and then shot himself to where he would fall in the water or something. I don't know. And maybe try to go away to where they wouldn't find his body. I don't know. I'm just glad they
I
found him
thought he
because
was
all
on
them
foot
people.
running around. I thought he was on foot running around. Other people thought maybe he got into another vehicle and was off somewhere, but wow. Did he have kids? I wonder if he had children.
Yes, because they said that he left the note for his son.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. They did show some pictures of the victims. I put it on Facebook. Two of them. Yeah, two of them were with a community, or not community, a group of deaf people, and they were shot. It shows the picture of one guy, looks like he's in his 50s, and the other one there wasn't a picture of. And then there was the manager guy at the bar and grill, and then there was the woman, and then there was another guy with a beard. Anyway, if you just Google Maine victims, boom, 11 of them. 10
Destiny. I'm sorry, Destiny. You wanted
Is that
to know?
you? How do we keep seeing that picture? Is that you on the right?
Yeah. No, that's the girl that's missing from Cali. She's missing here in Arizona. But that's the next story. Yeah. So Destiny says he was found in the woods near Lisbon, which is about 8 miles from Lewiston. The same 3 sources said he was found in an area near the recycling center from which he had been recently fired.
Wow. Wow. I knew he was going to go off and kill himself. I finally got something right in true crime.
So apparently everybody keeps saying that narcissists don't commit suicide. Apparently they do.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying he wasn't going to take his life. He's a narcissist. He's not going to take his life.
Desperate people do desperate things. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm kind of bad
Thank
at that.
you, Destiny, for the update. I really, really appreciate it. I will try my best to be up at 7 in the morning to do this press release. I cannot promise you anything. I hate when they have stuff going on the
I'm
eastern
not going to
side.
be up at 7 in the morning for press release. I used to be all gung ho on setting my alarm.
I'm like that, but yeah.
Too late. So this girl's missing now? How long?
Yeah, but
has
let
she
me
been
say one
missing?
more thing.
Oh, sorry.
Since last month, I think. So one more thing. Now he done messed up my live for tonight. Because I'm supposed to go live about him next.
Go live what, about this guy that's already doomed?
Yeah.
Well, cover her. The poor thing.
I did. I did first.
Oh.
Because she's in Arizona.
Scares me. You don't have children, right? You don't have children.
I never was.
Well, I do. I have a 19-year-old daughter, and I'm dreading the day she drives, and I just am.
Well, I have my suspicions and opinions on this subject because I did cover it. I do think one of the ex-boyfriends, and I'll say his name, PJ. Yeah, I do think you're involved some kind of way, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna let you listen to it.
The ex's initials are PJ?
That's his that's his nickname. It's like James
Okay.
I mean, Philip James or something like that. I don't
I
exactly
thought for a
remember.
quick second PJ was in the chat.
Oh no. But he opened a GoFundMe. Everybody's leaving because Dolly's going live in 15 minutes, but I'll
Oh
end
my
after this
God.
video.
Yes,
So
he
probably
is.
because the dude.
Yeah.
Probably because the dude was found.
The dude was found.
But y'all heard it first where? Where y'all heard it first at?
Here. Here. I want to say, Christy, you have a really, really sweet voice. You have a really good talking voice. You should, I mean, YouTube's great and all, but you could easily be like, have your own news station even, and not news station. You know what I'm trying to say.
Can you see the chat? Destiny wants to know.
What? Can I?
Yeah, Destiny wants to know if you can see chat.
No, I can't see darn chat. Well, I could pull it up on the other iPad, but I just don't do that. Why? What did I do? What did I do?
Tina, if you're on StreamYard, just click chat and then comments.
Oh, the chat on the bottom here?
Uh-huh. And then that brings up private chat. And look, the second tab is comments at the top. See it? And there you go.
Oh my gosh, I
bada
do.
Bing, bada boom, bada bang.
Wait, do I hit comments then?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, but I can't see you now. It's all gray.
I know. You got to close chat out to see it and stuff like that. There's a presser at 10 a.m. tomorrow, right? Hold up a second.
Hi, everybody. I know Tina. She rude. I'm done with her. What? Are you joking? Wait, why is he saying that?
Where is that at? I don't see it. Where is that?
Demetria said, I know Tina. She rude. I'm done with her. To you good? What? Are you joking?
I don't see that.
That's rude from her. What did I say that was rude besides? What did I say?
I don't even see that, Tina.
Demetrius, what's going on, dude? Let me think. That's rude from her. What did I say? I didn't say anything, but what did I say?
I don't even see that.
Yeah, it's Kaz.
I know Tina. She's rude. I'm done with her. To you good. What that means?
I'm not even rude, and you know it. Don't mess with me at all, Demetrius.
She said that.
Good Lord. Where is this? Back on my BS said, where is this? Which
Maine. Lewis. Oh, wait. Oh, this one. She's from Cali by like close to San Diego, I think. And she is missing in Coconino County, Arizona, near Flagstaff and Kingman up north. It's 4 hours from me. And I asked the real Piscine Predator because he's in Cali to come with me to meet me up there and go search for her, but that hasn't happened. So
yikes. You want to search for her?
SF Investigates is out there. So let me play this real quick because we only got 12 minutes and I don't want anybody to be late for Jimmy's live. It's probably a minute or two.
Oh, wait. Do I X out? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Why is Demetrius mad at me? Darn you, Demetrius.
I think he's playing with you.
Well, I thought maybe, but I don't. With me is someone riding a rhinoceros. That's playing with me.
The person you were talking about was rude, not you.
Tonight, the Coconino County Sheriff says they need your help trying to find this missing 32-year-old woman. Chelsea Graham was last seen back on September 28th in Williams, Arizona.
Yeah,
Days later,
still
her car.
missing. Oh God.
That's where we start this.
Y'all, I love that little bearded dragon thing. I never saw one. It's so cute. And now I'm mad. I want to know where that dragon is.
This Thursday
I
night.
want to know where she and the dragon is. This is so sad. She's still missing.
Yep. Yep. SF Investigates is putting together searches. And what I wanted to tell you was her ex PJ, he opened a GoFundMe saying that it was to help expenses for the search. The family said there is no GoFundMe, don't donate to any, that the ex is just trying to get money out of the situation.
Yeah, I can understand that. I don't think personally he had anything to do with her disappearance, though.
I do.
I
He was
thought
very
it'd be-
abusive. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
unless
don't
he
know.
had someone or himself following her. But I thought at first maybe even the cop that was nice talking to her saying, I'll spend the night up here, and that when he found her, you know.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's a presser at 10 o'clock tonight?
Oh,
I
it's
thought it's
tonight.
8 a.m.
Oh, good deal. Do you want to hop over there and then
No,
well,
because I want
I mean
to
Jimmy's.
stream
I
it.
mean Jimmy's. Do you want to hop over on Jimmy's? I wanted to get a show in before I go on Becca's and sing, because I didn't sing at all last whole weekend on her show, and I know she's expecting me. Otherwise, you know, I'll come up again sometime if you'll have me.
Yeah, you can come up anytime you want. That would be cool.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I
Thanks for
don't know.
coming up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
maybe
you were late.
Yeah. And thanks for hopping over there and checking out Rebel's thing. They said hi to you, and it's just, you know, he made a Turtle Island painting for me, and if I just ditch early, that's one thing. People can ditch, but all it'll take is one person to go, "Oh, she's over on someone else's panel right now." And it's just, that might be kind of rude, you know what I mean? But I like to be on time. You know, I like to stick to the word that I say. I'll see you probably over on Jimmy's, and if I do a live after and you're not, then maybe you'll be in my chat, or maybe you'll be doing your live. All right, my dear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Shouldn't be too much longer. Okay. Thanks. Have a trying to see the link that you sent me, Joe.
Deceased, your first thoughts, your reaction here.
Not surprised. I've been expecting this. I had an interview a little earlier today, and the way I replied to it was, he's either really tricky or really dead. So I'm glad it actually was the second choice and not the first, because it could have ended much differently with the loss of much more life. So he took the way out that was not unexpected. Many of these people that are that commit, you know, absolutely repulsive acts like this wind up either a suicide or a suicide by cops. So this is not surprising. I know that I've been in contact with a number of personnel on the ground in the during the search, and they also felt that this was not a surprising outcome.
Okay. Yeah, and of course, we're going to hear from officials there, and we'll see if they do confirm that. There's some murmurings out there, so we'll wait for them to confirm about the nature, about how he died. But to your point, Randy, I want to get your thoughts. Were you surprised, and I asked Hal Kemper this, were you surprised this lasted 48 hours? You had seen the large presence and a lot of activity outside his last known address. This very time last night.
Wait, you have
seen a huge presence, some hiking trails, some paths in and around Lewiston and southern Maine and the environs there. Did you get the sense police knew where to look. Yes, they were getting so many tips and leads in, but did you get the sense they had a grasp on this?
Well, I think that no. The answer to your question is no. I don't think they had a grasp on this.
Okay.
They were looking in a lot. There were so many different areas they were looking at because there were so many false leads here. You know, there was the leads of the homes that he had access to. There are the leads with, you know, finding the car where they did and knowing that he had access to boats. They didn't have a strong sense of direction about this, and that's not surprising. There's no reason why they should have. Now, I'm interested in visualizing where his body was discovered in relation to his to the vehicle.
What is she signing if it didn't start yet?
That he abandoned. You know that.
Oh.
The answer to the question. So,
yeah. I mean, Hal Kemper and I were also talking before you jumped on, Randy, about if there's going to be some soul searching amongst, I don't know, law enforcement communities or entities there in Maine about, you know, how they let this happen because there were so many warning signs for Robert Card just this year, mere months ago. You know, I'm talking about his mental history, the threats he made at that base there, the Saco base, and elsewhere. What happens from there, do you think? I'm not saying is anyone going to be held accountable, but do you think there's going to be a conversation or investigation into how did he slip through the cracks here if he was known so well?
Now, you just hit it on something that is critical, and that is there are so many gaps when it comes down to mental health and law enforcement and coordination between the two. I was listening to some other coverage earlier today and yesterday about the incredibly small number of mental health professionals in the state of Maine, and then of course you have HIPAA laws, you have you know, the mental health system is so broken. You know, when we as a nation decided several decades ago that it was not a crime to be mentally ill, and basically the hordes of people with severe mental illness were literally just let loose on the streets to you know, to languish and to without any care, and still there's still never been an alternative that's ever been offered. So we now have literally thousands and thousands of people that have severe mental issues wandering around the streets like zombies, and there's no mechanism in place for law enforcement to enforce anything.
Yeah.
And you know, you take them. Listen, you know, as a cop for 34 years, hundreds of people that I knew were absolutely out of their minds and oftentimes violent. We would take them in to a mental health facility, or excuse me, a hospital, in the hopes that they would do something with them. And almost every single time, within 12 to 24 hours, the doctor signed off on him, and he was and they were gone. They were released to the streets. So this is a national issue that's really never been addressed, and it should be being addressed because it's leading to incidents like this.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to play the blame game at all here, but in the wake of these mass shootings, there are so many. I've covered so many. And you're talking to your friends, your family, everyday people, everyday Americans, viewers, and you hear about some of the lapses. And people get upset, people get angry because they hear about, you know, these mass shootings all the time. This, just the latest one here, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention today is the 5-year anniversary of the Tree of Life Synagogue shooting in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 11 Jewish worshipers there in their synagogue shot dead there, and the person who carried that all about just got sentenced as well and convicted. And so I'm not trying to compare mass shooting event to mass shooting event to mass shooting event, but these are kind of the touchstones we have to go off because they happen with such frequency, with such rapidity.
Joe, it's gonna play right
in the
here,
United
right?
States.
At 7?
And so this
I
just being
mean,
the latest
7 is
one.
7 my
What
time.
was different about this one was the manhunt. I mean, because usually in certain situations, past mass shootings, either the suspect was killed by police almost immediately or arrested on the scene. This is what makes this one so different. Would you agree, Hal?
I would agree. In fact, Randy and I could compare notes, with the Southwest.
Okay, here we go.
So many of these mass shootings that have taken place, and we had all these we had free incident indicators. It was very
Y'all hit
clear.
that thumbs up for
Mental
me,
illness,
please.
sometimes tied in with a violent ideological outlook. They've said things. Their friends, their family, co-workers have been saying things for forever. And it's in the system. And of course, this is one of the things we've been working on for so long, is to create that intelligence connection where we can somehow track them. Unfortunately, in a lot of cases, and Randy, you could weigh in on this, it gets tossed over to law enforcement and it becomes a call for service.
Everybody is live.
And so some patrol officer or some deputy or they're going out there to do a call on someone's home or residence or whatever. They don't have all the background. They don't have all the information, and they're not trained mental health professionals. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we've had over the last several years is we have these mental health problems. We need mental health professionals to weigh in.
Of your
but a lot of this
eternity
stuff,
in
the intervention
hell.
piece, got tossed on the law enforcement. It overwhelms what is already an overwhelming amount of work that has to be done. And look, patrol officers can do amazing things, but they can't do everything. And to throw that onto a thing when they need additional help, and I'm sure Randy knows Dr. Tony Belize,
where you work at, if you don't mind me asking.
LA Sheriff's, LAPD with LA County, one of the top mental health professionals that works in this area. We've talked about this for a very long time, which is the need to expand this to provide more tools and to provide more resources so that when officers do go in, they have somebody else going in with them to provide them some assistance in these areas because frankly, we need to get these people away from the firearms, away from things where they can do harm to others.
Do you make money
and, of course, prevent to
DoorDashing?
do harm for themselves.
Because
I
have, I'm a
obviously my
DoorDasher, but
biggest
I've never
concern
done
was
it.
what he did
But
to
I have,
others.
I'm
a little
signed
less
up and
concerned
stuff
about what he
and
did
have
to
all the
himself.
stuff.
Right. And speaking of that, before we just get into more of this, let's just reset here. I'm on the line here with Hal Kempfer, our friend, and Lieutenant Ray, our friend, experts in their fields who have guided us through this horrible, horrible story this week. Help us make sense of it. Help us make sense of the investigation. And we are waiting
I wonder
for
who
a press
found him.
conference to happen. Any moment here. We're told at the top of the hour. But if you're just coming to us right now, the suspect in the Maine mass shooting is dead. Robert Card has been found dead. And so before we get to the press conference, looks like we got some people coming in and out of the camera shot here. So, Randy, if you could briefly,
Changing
I
my
asked Hal this
thumbnail
already.
to say,
What are you going to be expecting to hear from law enforcement in
I'm
just mere
sorry,
moments?
but I'm glad.
Well, I think we're going to get
In a way.
what is essentially the breakdown and timeline of how he was found. Some information on the scope of the search itself. This is probably one of the, if not one of the biggest manhunt in Maine law enforcement history. So they're going to be, and I want to point this out too, that every time a situation like this occurs, there is a huge learning curve involved, and then there will be so many discussions about what went right and what went wrong in this. And so hopefully this will become a learning experience for the law enforcement community there as well. Suddenly they have to take the limited resources that they have. They only have like a little over 1 million, I think 1.5 million people in the entire state. And so they've got a very limited number of police officers. I can tell you from information that I got that the first night when this happened, there were so few resources made available to law enforcement. They had no helicopters. They had no infrared-looking radar that would have been exceedingly beneficial. They might have found if they had FLIR, the forward-looking infrared radar on helicopters, if they had been made available, they might have found this guy that night. And so I was a little taken aback that none of these resources were made available to the police. So, but that shows another one of those. This is going to be a learning experience, and hopefully there'll be plans made and put in place for another similar. It won't be the same, of course. It could be a similar type situation, and law enforcement needs to learn. And we learn the hard way. We learn from situations like this, where all I know is I'm just so thankful that he chose this route instead of choosing the route suicide by cop, which inevitably would have happened had he been in a confrontation with law enforcement. So,
yeah.
But that I think that we're going to get a little bit of information on this during this press briefing now.
Yeah, and we're going to keep talking to you guys until that press conference happens. If you guys have some time, we'd love to get your reactions on the back end once the press conference ends.
I wonder how long the press
Interesting,
conference is going to last.
We just got this new live vantage point.
Penelope is barking at me. Hold
This is
on
interesting.
one
We're being
moment,
told
please.
this is outside the recycling plant where Robert Card worked. And so that just came up. We wanted to take that live. Maybe that's an indication of where Robert Card's body was found. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves or speculate, but I got to wonder why we have this live picture outside a place of his former employment there. I'm not entirely sure if this is in Lewiston or Lisbon or Bowdoin there, but it's somewhere in Maine, of course. We got a live picture outside. It's a little after 10 p.m. there on a Friday night. Interesting stuff, isn't it? Hal, you first.
Well, that would make sense. It could be someplace he's associated with it. By the way, if you work at a plant like that, you may know a lot of nooks and crannies where you could hide yourself, if you will. And that's a human nature thing.
She didn't even
People
stay
are
in
injured,
here.
which can include mental illness. That sometimes they will kind of, like animals, they will crawl someplace
Bye. Have
into
a
a
good
space
night.
where they
Thanks for
feel
coming
kind
in.
of closed off but safe
Y'all
or
sub
whatever.
Tobacco My BS.
And
Joe,
he could
can
have
you
done
put
something
her
like
link,
that.
please?
That could have
Oh, I
been,
may
in
have.
fact, what little I know of the case is that he had some issues at work. I'd heard something that he may have been terminated. I don't know if that was true or if that was just speculation. But if that's the case, he may have chosen that. If
That's
where
the
they found his
recycling
body,
plant where they
he may
found
have
his
chosen
body.
that for a
I
distinct,
wasn't listening when I went
very
to get
distinct reason.
Penelope.
By the way, I just want to touch on something, if I would,
Kaz, who are
that
you?
Randy had touched on, and we talked about this Wednesday, and that's I've done
Did
I've
y'all
done
miss
all
me?
sorts
I've
of
been going 5 days.
training, counterterrorism training, obviously in Las Vegas, in Nevada, and throughout California. But I go to a lot of rural states like Montana, and I have to tell you, there are some places where we get kind of used to that if we're in a larger city or a larger metropolitan area, that we have all these resources that we can bring to bear, that we have a phenomenal amount of mutual aid with local agencies. And you get some of these rural areas, they just don't have the personnel. They don't have the resources. That's why I kind of brought that up, was when they talked about federal resources coming in, that seemed like a very logical thing for that area. And I never heard anything about it. Maybe we'll find out more, but I would not be surprised if there was some interstate mutual aid that came into a system, particularly with those, high demand, low density things like helicopters with FLIR, and a lot of other very
Make a lot of
specialized
money,
equipment,
honey.
specialized units.
Hey, Kaz, there you are. I made a siphon.
All right, it does look like we just got the 2-minute warning here for this press conference.
2-minute warning. I feel like I'm watching
We
football.
can't thank Randy Sutton and Hal Kemper enough. We do want you guys to kind of wait, hear what is said in this press conference. We're going to bring you in if you got time on the
Now I
back
gotta
end. But let's
delete
take
my
this
live
live
for
right
later.
now. I'm Andrew Peck. We're about to hear from some law enforcement officials, probably some elected leaders there in Maine,
And I took
about the
pages
breaking news we
of
got
notes, guys.
a little under an
Pages
hour
of notes.
ago. That 40-year-old suspect who went on this Maine massacre has been found dead. Robert Card, dead tonight after an almost 3-day manhunt. And so there you see some officials entering into the room here. We're going to keep this shot up as officials are about to provide an update. And like I said, we've been asking Randy and Hal, what's going to be said in this press conference. I have my questions about where Robert Card's body was found, in the manner in which it was found as well. Of course, deceased, but how? And then hopefully we'll maybe learn more details about his background, about his social media profiles, his mental health history, and the like. But let's just listen in right now. It's about 10 after the hour there in Lewiston, Maine on this Friday night. And I don't want to say a good resolution to this because the victims' families, it's still so raw, so tense. We showed you those 18 victims. We know who they are now. We know their names. We've seen their faces. That was in the last press conference just mere hours ago this afternoon. I want to put that up for you while we wait.
I know that's
for these officials to step up there.
Hey,
They
Yvette, I
were just
didn't
enjoying
see
a night
you.
at the bowling alley and at
Yes.
the bar, and they were gunned down so innocently, randomly, indiscriminately. And you can see
What
them
do you mean, Kaz?
there, back out live there in the Lewiston City Hall at
Where?
the moment.
I know
And
not
so
here
we were
'cause
told we
I
had the
been
2-minute
here.
warning. Also, I would imagine this is going to be a scene that is discussed. We just had this picture up. We were talking to Hal and Randy about
This
it.
is where they found his
That
body.
apparently is outside where
Supposedly
Robert
he got
Card
fired from here
used to work. It's a
recently.
recycling plant there in Maine. I'm not entirely sure if it's Lewiston or Lisbon or Bowdoin. Hopefully we'll get a better sense.
Someone
We're gonna
said
be
Lisbon.
writing some notes about some of the updates there from the press conference. Let's take this live yet again. Remember, hundreds of law enforcement officers from local, state, and federal agencies
I
descended
totally
on
get
southern
it. This
Maine
is a spur of
to
the
look
moment
for
thing
Robert
because
Card.
they
This
just
very
found
time
him
last
and,
night, SWAT teams were outside his
they have
last
to
known
get their shit
address.
together.
I believe that was in
Like
Bowdoin,
what,
Maine.
Joe? Give me some ideas.
I don't think he was ever in that home. Law enforcement may have suspected that he was, or may
This is going to
have just
probably
thought
end
that
at
that could have
8
been a lead they wanted to
my
follow up on. We
time,
do know they were
45
executing a
minutes.
search
And
warrant
that's when
at
I was
that
going to go
residence
live with the
last night.
next
So
one.
that's also
So
why they were
I'll
there
just smush
as well.
these
And
together.
then the search moved to some bodies of water today and other areas in the environs of
One day I'll
Lewiston.
have a lot of people in here to
And then, of
chat.
course, at the last press conference, we
One
know
day.
that these
But I
county
get
and
it.
state officials, including Governor
Everybody's
Janet Mills,
live
lifting the
with
shelter-in-place
all the
order
big channels,
for
everyone.
places like
So
Lewiston, like
I
Lisbon,
get it,
like
but I
Bowdoin.
really
And no
appreciate
doubt the
the
residents
few
there
of
have
you
been
that
so
stayed
on
with
edge
me.
throughout the course of the last almost 72 hours since this all unfolded.
Let me see how many thumbs ups I have.
All right, so we're going to leave that up right now. We're going to let
How
you
many
listen
do I
in,
have?
watch the entirety of the press conference, and then we're going to react on the back end. Hopefully we do determine and find out what exactly all transpired tonight. I'll be looking for when
18.
law enforcement knew Robert Card was deceased. So remember, I was asking Al Kempfer, they lifted the shelter-in-place order at the press conference this afternoon. That was around, 5 p.m. Eastern. So maybe they knew then. I don't want to say for sure or not. That could have been an indication. So it looks like this
Everybody's
is a
leaving
little
me.
more delayed. Let's just listen into
Except
some
Joe
of the
and
nasty sound
Kaz.
on the ground there in Lewiston in this City Hall chamber.
People, why y'all leaving? Y'all don't like me? Y'all don't love me?
Okay, so there you go. 2 more minutes.
Oh,
so as
wow.
is customary in press conferences like this, I've covered a lot of them. All of these officials, they need to get their ducks in a row. They need to get their information in line. They got to be on the same page, if you will, as they announce to the press, announce to the public as well. What we've been reporting on for the last now hour and a half, Robert Card is dead. This suspect, this 40-year-old
So they
suspect,
only had like an hour and
who,
a
like I said,
half
walked into
leeway
spare
for
time
this press
recreation. That
conference.
bully in LA
And
walked
then
into
it's
Shemendi's
nighttime
Bar
over
and
there.
Grill
People were at
and
home,
started
you
firing.
know,
And so hopefully,
relaxing from
not
the day
only
of
will
work.
hear more or determine more about the manner in which he died, where he
Bruh,
died,
let's hear if
but also about his
JLR
background, about
is
how the
there
community
and
is holding
asks
up.
the question.
Like I
Yeah,
said, we
is he there
learned
at the press conference?
who these victims were today. 18 of them, ranging in age from 76 years old to 14 years old. So yet another tragedy and another community
That's a
stricken
shame,
by
bro.
gun violence. And of course, that's where these conversations go in the wake of this. You hear it time and time again.
Time after time.
We have another vantage point as well, just another camera inside the room there. It's panning around as we wait for these officials there.
That's a clear picture, though, guys. Hey. That's a nice picture. Clear picture. Crisp and clear. I wonder who that lady is. Maybe the DA?
Okay, so like I said, we're also getting some statements in from elected leaders from Maine, like Senator Susan Collins, the Republican. Also, Senator Angus King confirmed as well to some local outlets. The independent senator from Maine did confirm to some local outlets on the ground there in Maine that Robert Card was dead. But Susan Collins just put out this statement. I'm going to read it right now. She says, tonight, Mainers can breathe a collective sigh of relief thanks to the brave first responders who worked night and day to find this killer. When President Biden called me this evening to tell me the perpetrator of this heinous attack in Lewiston had been found,
Maybe not.
we both expressed our profound appreciation. All right, Janet Mills there stepping up to the podium. Let's listen.
Thank you very much for coming. Excuse me, coming here on short notice. I stand here tonight to simply report that the Maine State Police have located the body of Robert Card in Lisbon. He is dead. I've called President Biden to inform him about this news. I've informed Senator King, Senator Collins, Representative Pingree, and Representative Golden. Commissioner Sawchuk will describe the circumstances of that discovery in some detail in a few moments. But this discovery is entirely thanks to the hundreds of local, county, state, and federal law enforcement members from all over, and people from other states as well. People who searched tirelessly to arrive at this moment. And on behalf of all Maine people, I want to express my profound gratitude for their unwavering bravery and determination and fortitude, and for the leadership of Lewiston Police Chief St. Where'd you go? Right there, that guy. Lewiston Police Chief St. Pierre. Like many people, I'm breathing a sigh of relief tonight, knowing that Robert Card is no longer a threat to anyone. I know there are some people, many people, who share that sentiment, but I also know that his death may not bring solace to many. But now is a time to heal. And with this search concluded, I know that law enforcement continues to fully investigate all the facts so we can bring what closure we can to the victims and their families. And I ask that all Maine people continue to keep those families and all of the people impacted by this tragedy in their thoughts and prayers. Lewiston is a special place. This isn't us. Lewiston is a great place. It's a close-knit community of fine people, people with long history, a history of hard work, of persistence, of faith, of opening its big heart to people everywhere. And tonight, the city of Lewiston and the state of Maine begin to move forward on what will be a long and difficult road to healing, but we will heal together. Thank you. And again, my deepest gratitude of all the people of the state of Maine, to these wonderful members of law enforcement who came from all over to help us solve this crime and put closure on this investigation. Robert Card is dead. Now I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Sawchuk.
Thank you very much, Governor. We truly do appreciate all of your support. I think it's incredibly important that the next person that speaks this evening is Lewiston's chief law enforcement champion, and that is Dave St. Pierre. Dave.
Thank you, Mike. And thank you, Governor, for allowing me this opportunity. Bear with me, please. I certainly did not have much time to prepare a speech here. I want to say to everybody, thank you so much. Our community can now breathe a sigh of relief, as the governor stated, and I can't echo that enough. Our work again is not done here. I was very elated tonight when I got the call from Commissioner Sawchuk advising me of the revelation of what took place and that Mr. Card is deceased and no longer a threat to our community or any other community. I just don't want to forget the families that are grieving and will continue to grieve. I don't want to forget the law enforcement officials that have worked tirelessly throughout this whole event to come to a good conclusion. Our men and women of the Lewiston Police Department, of all of our surrounding agencies, we have with us Chief McGee here from Lisbon, where Mr. Card was found. This is vitally important to all of us that this conclusion came to light tonight. We're gonna grieve for the families that lost loved ones here. We're gonna continue to work. We're gonna persevere, and we become better people for it. In terms of working together as teams, we've learned a lot from some mistakes. We've won a lot of accomplishments this evening. Again, I wasn't really prepared for this on a Friday night at 10:30, but I'm very happy to be here and very happy to say the threat is over. Thank you. Sure. So our officers are being notified now as we speak. Some know obviously sooner than others. There are many that are still home. They're home with their families. And I'm quite certain at this point in time, we all know about this. This is something that all of our law enforcement personnel, ours and any surrounding community, has been paying very close attention to in awaiting positive news or good news. And this is by far the best news we've had in quite some time.
Was there any belief at this time that the suspect was dead before finding him, or did this come as a brand new revelation that you never saw coming before this?
So our reality here is that the search has been extensive. It's been thorough. It's been nonstop since the minute we started speaking with you and long before that. So all of these options are on the table, as we knew. We continue to search locations, in some cases multiple times. And we will have more information about exactly how this went down. We're going to have another briefing tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And I would please encourage you to think about next steps from your information would find important. And I will say that this is not going to be a long Q&A this evening. We wanted to make sure that we got this information out as fast as possible and as responsible as possible. And what I mean by that is that the time between the notification of the press release and now, there wasn't a lot of details there. There wasn't a lot of details there because we wanted to talk to the victims' families. Wanted to say, this is coming. It's important that they heard that information as close to first as anybody else. And you know who else we called? Was the family of the suspect. And they lost a loved one in this scenario. And there were many of that family that was very cooperative with us throughout. So they deserve that phone call. So we had those conversations tonight before joining you here. We also got a chance to spend some time with the brothers and sisters of law enforcement and our public safety partners that have been so incredibly helpful over the last few days, this to say the least. So, what? One second. Right here, sir. So within 45, Mr. Card was located. I won't give you an exact address. It was near the river along Androscoggin in Lisbon Falls was the actual location. Ma'am, did you have a question? Ma'am, did you have a question? That all remains to be seen, right? So our reality is that we found that body at 7:45 and it's 10:25 now. So there continues to be a lot of work that needs to be done here at the scene with the medical examiner's office. So there's a much more follow-up to what happened. But sir, did you have a question? I won't be able to answer either one of those because at this point, accomplices and things of that nature, we've had no indication of that since the very beginning. But as we've talked about before, these next steps are going to gives us an opportunity to do things as fast as we can in the sense that we want to provide closure and information, but also slow things down a little bit because we need to look at video evidence. We need to look at the various pieces of technology that are in play here in hopes that that gives us some additional information around some of the things that you're going to be concerned about. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm happy to take a look at that information in hopes that I can get that back to you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. That remains to be seen. Again, we have attorney generals that we need to work with and other individuals that are in play here. I'm going to take a couple more questions again with the mindset that it's 10 o'clock tonight, and we do want to come back tomorrow morning to have this conversation right here. Yeah, sure. So I think that that was an ongoing conversation since the minute we actually put that in place. We knew that that was an important decision. Certainly from our perspective, it made complete sense to put that order in place immediately based on the violent nature and the traumatic nature of these crimes. And as things progressed over the next few days, since Wednesday to now, we've had a lot of conversations with various town and city leadership, with the governor's office, with Chief St. Pierre, with business owners, with residents, and we have to have that balancing act of pluses and minuses. And we had that initial surge with those communities, and those communities made perfect sense for an order. And as things tended to slow down, we didn't have any immediate threats. We made the decision to back off that. I would also just want to mention this because a fellow commissioner had asked me to do this. And I could walk out of here forgetting it, but Commissioner Camuso said that and passed along that actually that hunting restriction has been lifted as well. So the resident hunting opportunity for tomorrow is open across the state of Maine to include those 4 communities. There's a lot of phone calls that she would receive around that. But right here, ma'am. Yes, I can confirm that. It's an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Did you have a question, ma'am? I didn't state that we had searched that area before, so okay. As we have stated in the past, we try to use information that we can confirm one way or the other. So your reporting can say something one way or the other, and that's fine. We can talk about that again tomorrow morning, but I think we're done taking questions for this evening. Thank you very much for your patience, and we will see you soon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go.
Yeah, I love that sign language interpreter. She has so much emotion.
All right, there you have it.
Signage.
That was the director of the Maine Department of Public Safety, who followed as well the Lewiston Police Chief, who also followed Governor Janet Mills confirming as much that Robert Card is dead. Those were Janet Mills's quite emphatic words there, very declarative.
Big
And so
emphasis
you
on
heard there
dead.
that they also,
Yeah, I
before
really
this press
liked
conference
her.
was convened, they called the family members, the victims' family members, to let them know
Right, and then
this
a
had
minute,
been
I
done.
just
They
want to hear
also called
Parsley.
Robert Card's family members, the suspect's family members, to know he was dead as well. I thought that was somewhat interesting. Maybe we can bring on to the conversation here.
Why would he say that about them calling the suspect's family? They have every right to know. He might be a jackass, asshole, son of a bitch, whatever, but he's still a human and he still has family. And the family deserves to know. Their son, brother, nephew, whatever, is on the run is a mass murderer. Like, I think the family does deserve the right to know. What the freak? That's crazy indeed. Mm-mm-mm. Well, guys, I guess I'm not going live in 30 minutes, so I will work on something for tomorrow. And be sure they don't get caught tomorrow. Well, yes, we want everybody to get caught. I just want Chelsea Grim to be found. Period. Grim. I don't remember how to say it. Oh, she's been missing for so long, and she's out here in the desert in the heat, and it's not cool anymore, and she just needs to be found. So, you guys say prayers. Don't give up prayers. Look, my cheeks are still fat. Have a good night, y'all. I know I will. See you tomorrow. Bye.